Rome is one of the most ancient cities in the world, and taking a vacation there will definitely leave you with a deeper appreciation for history, art, and architecture. Given the city's various iconic and magical locations, it can be challenging to choose which attractions to visit. In this video, we've compiled the top 10 attractions in Rome that, in our opinion, are a must-see. In fact, we could even go as far as saying it's almost obligatory you visit them. And by the time we finish this video, you'll almost be tempted to book the next flight to Rome. But before you do that, why don't you give that subscribe button a smack? And while you're at it, don't forget to hit the notification bell. Without further ado, here are the top 10 places every sightseer who wants to have an amazing time in Rome should visit. We kick off with a visit to the Baths of Caracalla. Am I the only one who thinks the Baths of Caracalla sound like something you'd hear in an epic fantasy movie, like The Legend of the Seeker? Let me know what you think in the comments section. Just as the name implies, the Baths of Caracalla is a bathing house containing a series of baths located in Caracalla, and it's one of the most ancient and largest ones in the world. The bathhouse was constructed on the orders of Emperor Caracalla in the 3rd century to gain the approval and love of his subjects. However, the structure was more than just a bathhouse. Containing a sports center, saunas, garden, libraries, and a whole lot of other structures, it was more of a community center. Allegedly, the bathhouse could hold up to 2,500 people at the same time. Now, why anyone would want to go bathe at a place like that is beyond me, but hey, I'm not judging. Although a major part of the bathhouse is now in ruins, it's still a fantastic sight to behold, mainly because of its remarkable size, splendor, and the creativity that went into designing it. In the number 9 spot is what has been regarded as the most gorgeous square in Rome, the Piazza Navona. Piazza Navona is one of Rome's most iconic and historical squares. One of the factors that makes this square so impressive is the fascinating history behind its architecture. It was initially designed as a Roman stadium by Emperor Domitian and was majorly used for sports events like horse racing. However, it was rebuilt by Borromini, one of the pioneers of architecture in Italy, who later added the splendid palaces and the magnificent Church of St. Agnes to it. It didn't end there. Borromini's rival later designed the stunning centerpiece and the breathtaking fountains around it. Several other artists and sculptors also contributed to this square to finally make it what it is today, one of the most spectacular squares in Rome. Piazza Navona is a vibrant tourist hub, so be prepared to be thoroughly entertained, fed, and of course, also prepare to spend. Number 8. The Spanish Steps. The Spanish Steps in Rome are probably the most famous ones in the world. At least I know they're more famous than the ones leading to my apartment. The Spanish Steps are irregular steps surrounded by other famous attractions. The top of the steps lead to the famous French church of Trinita de Monte, where you can get a gorgeous view of Rome. And at the base of the steps, you'll find the Piazza di Spagna and the boat-shaped fountain called Caracalla. It doesn't end there. The steps are also where Italy's most prominent fashion show, Donna Sotto La Stella, is held. According to reports, the steps are a real test for the models, as their irregularity makes it so that only expert models can strut beautifully on them without faltering. Up next, and number 7 on our list, is the Ancient Appian Way. Appian Way is the most visited ancient road in Rome. Located outside the city walls and bounded by miles and miles of green scenery on both sides, if you're chance to visit this road in the morning before it becomes busy, you may actually think you're in a scene from an epic movie. The road was initially constructed as a military road for quickly moving troops and supplies. However, as time went on, it became one of the major highways in Rome. As you walk through this ancient path, you'll see several staggering monuments and catacombs lined along the sides of the road. Appian Way is a living, visible piece of Rome's history, and a walk through it will definitely give you a feel of what old Rome was like. Coming right after the Appian Way is the Trevi Fountain, unarguably the most visited fountain in Rome. The Trevi Fountain is a magical masterpiece and has been featured in several movies. It's also the largest fountain in Rome. Unlike other fountains that grant wishes, you should only throw a coin in the Trevi Fountain if you wish to return to Rome, as legend has it that throwing a coin into the fountain will allegedly assure your return to Rome. The roaring water from the fountain swirls around the gleaming travertine rocks beneath it, and the stunning structures of Neptune, the god of the sea, as well as structures of horses and shells, which all look something straight out of a high-budget fantasy mythological movie. Number 5. The Roman Forum. Lying in the heart of ancient Rome, the Roman Forum was once the center of Rome's government and bureaucracy. It contains the ruins of ancient Roman markets, temples, and administrative buildings built by different emperors. Although they're mostly in ruins, the splendor and the magnificence of this building is still very much evident in the ruins, with towering grandiose structures, triumphal arches, remarkable structural halls, and various archaeological wonders. A tour through the Roman Forum is sure to take you back in time to when the Roman Empire was at its peak. In the number 4 spot is St. Peter's Basilica. It's no news that Rome is one of the strongest religious cities in the world. Several religious and holy places are packed in Rome, especially for the Catholics. St. Peter Basilica is one of the most famous and possibly the largest Catholic church in the world. Its immense size and striking architecture aren't the only things notable about this structure. The beautiful statues, including that of St. Peter's and the exquisite Pieta sculpture designed by sculpture legend Michelangelo, and ornaments that adorn this colossal building also make it incredibly outstanding. If you're particularly adventurous and aren't claustrophobic, you can take the steps up to the dome, at the top of which you'll be rewarded with a fantastic view of Rome. Just around the Basilica is St. Peter's Square, which sees an insane amount of visitors who usually come to experience the Pope giving his blessings from the balcony of St. Peter Basilica. The square contains hundreds of columns and about 145 saint statues. And at the center, you'll find a majestic Egyptian obelisk surrounded by 2 fountains. A visit to this region will surely leave you with an unforgettable experience. Moving on to the top 3. Can you guess which attractions they are? Let's see if you're right. In the number 3 spot is the Colosseum. Listed as one of the new 7 wonders of the world, you have to see this amphitheater yourself to properly appreciate its magnificence. Tucked in the heart of Rome, the Colosseum is undoubtedly the largest amphitheater ever built. It's said that it can hold up to 70,000 spectators. Constructed with travertine limestone, the amphitheater is more than a millennial year old, yet a significant part of it remains standing. It was initially used for gladiator contests and other public spectacles like animal hunting, dramas, and execution. With a base area of 24,000 square meters, you can't possibly tour the whole of the Colosseum without your bones and muscles making some sort of complaint. Fortunately, it's in a bustling area, and there are several restaurants you can relax in and get a meal or drink after your tour. Up next, and in the number 2 spot, is the Pantheon. The Pantheon is one of the best preserved Roman monuments. It's been available for more than 2,000 years and is still excellently preserved, which is a testament to Rome's extraordinary architectural prowess. One of the major attractions in the Pantheon that always leaves tourists awestruck is the 43-meter dome, which looks like it's suspended in the air without any visible support. The dome's opening is the only source of light in the Pantheon. The hemisphere is built with perfect geometrical features and will give any architect of today a run for their money. That Pantheon also contains the tombs of 2 prominent people, Raffaello Santi, who is famous for his Madonna in the Meadow painting, and Victor Emmanuel II, the first king of Italy. Finally, number 1, the Vatican City and Sistine Chapel. Vatican City is the smallest independent state in the world. It's where the Pope resides. The Vatican City is a city in every sense of the word, and contains some of the museums with the most extensive collection of art in the world. One of the most remarkable museums is the Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo's most famous work. The Sistine Chapel is a glorious work of art depicting biblical stories of the Great Flood and other events. Aside from the 26 museums present, there are other structures you can also explore. Structures like the Vatican Palace, which is filled with extraordinary works of art and impressive rooms, like the Raphael Rooms and the Nicholas Fives Chapel, the lush and picturesque Vatican Garden, the Picture Gallery, the Vatican Library, and so on. Also enclosed in Vatican City is St. Peter's Basilica and Square, where the Pope governs. Given the number of attractions in this city, I'd recommend you plan a whole day's visit in order to fully enjoy the whole of Vatican City and all it has to offer. So here are our top 10 picks of places to visit in Rome. Do you think we missed any? Tell us in the comments section, and don't forget to share this video and also subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching!